Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to solve few bits related to alcohols, phenols and ethers. In last few videos, we have seen about the synopsis of alcohols, and phenols. Now we'll see the bits related to that. First, we'll see the first one, that is wood spirit is known as. Okay, wood spirit is a common name of methanol because it is extracted from wood. Distractive distillation of wood can give methanol. So methanol is known as wood spirit. Okay, next CH3OC2H5. They have given a compound. So what is its name that we want to say? CH3OC2H5. It is in the form that is ether. Okay, ether's general formula is ROR. Okay, it is the general formula of ether. So in place of one R, they have given methyl group. In place of another R, they have given ethyl group. Okay, if two ethyl groups are present, we have to write its name. Among the two, we have to represent both the names. Understand? So, but it is ethyl. It starts with E, and it is methyl. It starts with M. According to alphabetical order, which comes first? Ethyl. So we can call it as ethyl methyl ether. We can call it as ethyl methyl ether. So the answer of the given compound is first one. It's not methyl ethyl, because according to alphabetical order only we have to arrange the alkyl group. So it is ethyl methyl ether. Now see the next one. IUPAC name of M-cresol. Okay, IUPAC name of M-cresol. Now we want to see. So that IUPAC name is methyl 3-methyl phenol. Okay, so methylated phenols. So phenols we have seen. What are phenols? Phenols are generally represented by AROH. Okay, if OH group is located on benzene ring or aromatic ring, then that is known as phenol. Okay, methylated phenols are known as cresols. If methyl group is located at this ortho position, then that is known as orthocresol. Okay, if methyl group is present at this position, that is known as metacresol. Okay, if methyl group is located at para position, the same methyl is now located on phenol at para position. This is para. That is known as paracresol. That means all these are containing only methyl groups. This methylated phenols are known as cresol. Depends on the position we can give its place. Either it is ortho, meta or para. Now we are discussing about the metacresol. Question is given, that is metacresol. Such metacresol, IUPAC name we want to write. OH containing position is given by first, and this is second, and this is third. Now at third position methyl is located. So it is 3-methyl phenol. 3-methyl phenol. So that is about the name. So answer for the third one, IUPAC name of metacresol is 3-methyl phenol. Now we'll see the next question. Alcohols and phenols are classified as, okay, alcohols, phenols both are classified as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric and polyhydric. This is depends on the number of OH groups. Based on the number of OH groups located on the compound, they are classified as 4 types. That is monohydric, dihydric, trihydric and polyhydric. All the 4 classes are present in alcohols and phenols. So the answer is fourth one, all the 4. Okay, next IUPAC name of the given compound. Here they have given a compound. For that we want to write IUPAC name. First we want to take a parent chain. Longest carbon chain has to be taken as the parent chain. Now from here to here, this is the parent chain. Okay, hydroxy containing, this is the functional group. Functional group containing carbon is given the first preference. So first carbon, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, now at second position ethyl group is located. Understand? Then it is 2-ethyl, totally 5 carbons are present parent chain. 2-ethyl pentane 1-ol. Okay, 2-ethyl pentane 1-ol. This is the answer, second one. Now see the next one, which is primary alcohol. Here they have given 4 compounds. Among the 4, which is primary, now we want to find out. First write one by one and its structure. First one, butane 2-ol. First option, butane ol. Okay, that means it is containing 4 carbons. At second position OH group is located. Its structure CH3, CH2, CH, OH, CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. At second position OH is there, butane 2-ol. Now see the second one. What is second option? Butane 1-ol. Butane 1-ol. Okay, 4 carbons should be present. At first carbon OH group is located. So it is CH3, CH2, 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 OH. Okay, this is butane 1-ol. Next, see the third one. What is third one? Propane 2-ol. Propane means containing only 3 carbons. 2-ol indicates that OH group is located at second carbon. CH3, CH, CH3, now OH. This is propane and 2-ol. Next, fourth compound. What is fourth compound? Isopropyl alcohol. Okay, even it is isopropyl alcohol. Both are same only. This is common name and this is IUPAC name. Understand? Now among the all which is containing or which is primary alcohol, we want to find out. First we want to know what is primary alcohol. Primary alcohol is an alcohol where OH group is located on primary carbon. See, OH is located at here secondary carbon because this carbon attached with 2 other carbons, and here OH containing carbon is directly attached with only 1 carbon, so it is primary, and here OH containing carbon is secondary. Among all, which is the answer? Second one. Butane 1-ol is known as primary alcohol. The other 3 are secondary alcohols. Okay. Next one. Which of the following alcohols contain sp3OH bond? When we can see sp3, if a carbon is containing only single bond. Okay, if a carbon is containing only single bond, that is participated in sp3 hybridization. That we want to find out among the all. Understand? So we'll see compounds one by one. First one, allylic alcohol. What is meant by allylic? Allylic means OH group is attached to sp3 carbon, which in turn attached with sp2 carbon. Okay, this is called allylic. First one. Second one, vinylic alcohol, where OH group is directly attached to double bonded carbon. That is known as vinyl. Next, third one, phenols. Phenol we know, a benzene ring which is containing OH group. Okay, and last one, none of this. Among all which is containing OH group on sp3 carbon, we want to find out. Okay, see here, in this case OH is attached to sp2 carbon because it is containing a double bond. Even here OH is attached to sp2 carbon, but here OH is attached to the carbon containing single bonds, so we can say it is a sp3 carbon. Answer is first one. Okay, that is allylic alcohol always contains OH on sp3 carbon. Next, see the next one. Give IUPAC name of the given compound. Okay, here they have given a compound. First write down that compound in a separate paper and try to write its name. CH3 bond, CH bond, Cl bond, CH2 bond, CH2, CH, OH, CH3. Okay, first select the parent chain. Longest carbon chain which includes substituents as well as functional group, that is the parent chain. Now this is the parent chain. Now give numbering. Always functional group containing carbon should get the lowest number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this is the substituent located at 5th one. This is the functional group. At 5th position substituent and 2nd position functional group is there. So it is 5-chloro. Okay, totally 6 carbons are there. Hexane 2-ol. Okay, 5-chlorohexane 2-ol. What is the answer? 5-chlorohexane 2-ol. Answer is the third one. Okay, this one is the IUPAC. Next, select the incorrect match from the following. Okay, they have given here 4. Among the all, one is incorrect that we want to find out. See the first one, butane 2-ol. Okay, so first one is butane 2-ol. This butane 2-ol is a secondary alcohol that already we have seen. This is the butane 2-ol secondary alcohol. So the first one is correct. See the second one. Okay, this is isobutyl alcohol. Even we know that is 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. One carbon is existing as a side chain, so it is isobutyl alcohol. Next, see the third one. So this is glycerol. If 3 hydroxy groups are present on the adjacent carbon atoms, then that is known as glycerol. And see the last one, 2-methylpropane 2-ol. 2-methylpropane 2-ol is a isobutyl alcohol. This is not correct. 2-methylbutane. Butane means 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2-methyl. At second carbon methyl group should be present. At second carbon OH group is also present. So this is the structure of 2-methylpropane. Sorry, it's not pentane. CH3. Okay, 2-methylpropane 2-ol. But here they have given isobutyl. There is no isobutyl group. This is known as tertiary butyl because OH containing carbon is in turn attached with 3 other carbons. So we can say it is a tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay, so fourth one is the incorrect one. Okay, this is tertiary butyl alcohol, but they have given here isobutyl alcohol. Understand? Now we'll see the next one. Next, the COC angle in ether. Ether, it is the representation of ether. So in ether always the COC bond angle is 110 degrees. Okay, next, in alcohols the oxygen of the OH group is attached to the carbon by a sigma bond, obviously COH. We can represent alcohols like this. Now on this carbon only single bond is there, so then we can say it is a sigma bond. Through sigma bond it is attached, formed by the overlap of a sp3 hybridization, because due to containing a single bond it is always in sp3. Okay, so sp3 hybridized orbital of a carbon with sp3 hybrid orbital of a oxygen. So the answer is second one. Understand? Next one, the COH bond angle in alcohol. This is in alcohol. So this is about alcohol. COH bond angle in alcohol is slightly less than tetrahedral angles, whereas the COC bond angle in ether is slightly greater because, okay, so here what is happening in alcohols, the bond angle is less than the tetrahedral. In ethers the bond angle is greater than the tetrahedral angles. What is the reason that we want to find out? Because in ethers, why it is greater than, that means in ethers both the groups attached to the oxygen is only alkyl. So between the bulky groups always repulsions are said to be very high. These two are the bulky groups. There is no hydrogen around the oxygen. Both are said to be only alkyl groups. In alkyl groups the repulsions are said to be very high. Due to that their bond angles are slightly greater than the bond angles present in tetrahedral. So the answer is first one, because of repulsions between the two bulky R groups. Okay, next, see the next one, that is in ethers the two bond pairs and two lone pair of electrons on oxygen are arranged in, that we want to find out. Understand? So ethers, this is the representation of ether. Okay, on oxygen two lone pair of electrons are present. Understand? Now this is always in the form of tetrahedral representation, because around oxygen four electron pairs are there. Among 4, 2 are bonded pair of electrons and 2 are lone pair of electrons. Totally containing lone pair of electrons are 4, so that it can show an arrangement of tetrahedral. Okay, because of containing 4 pairs of electrons. Next, another question. Ethyl alcohol is industrially prepared from ethylene. Okay, ethyl alcohol is industrially prepared from ethylene by using which method? Okay, that is due to absorbing in H2SO4 followed by the hydrolysis. By this method only we can prepare alcohol, especially ethyl alcohol from the ethylene. First ethylene participates in reaction with H2SO4 followed by the hydrolysis, it can give ethyl alcohol. Understand? Next one, action of nitrous acid with ethylamine produces what? See the next question, action of nitrous acid with ethylamine produces what? Okay, First write whatever given here. What they have given? Ethylamine and nitrous acid. First write ethylamine. Ethylamine formula C2H5NH2. Ethylamine reacting with nitrous acid HNO2. That I am writing as HONO. HNO2 for our convenience I am writing as HONO. Now when these two are undergoing reaction, first these two nitrogens together eliminates as N2 gas. Okay, plus two hydrogens here take this oxygen, eliminates as H2O. Now what is left? C2H5 and OH all together eliminates as C2H5OH. That is ethanol or ethyl alcohol is formed as the final product. Now we will see the options. Okay, when these two are reacting, what we are getting? Ethyl alcohol or ethanol. Understand? Next, see the 16th one. In the commercial manufacture of ethyl alcohol from starchy substances. Commercial manufacture of ethyl alcohol. Here we are preparing ethyl alcohol commercially from starchy substances by fermentation process. Okay, ethyl alcohol now preparing by using fermentation method. Which enzymes stepwise complete the fermentation reaction that we want to find out. That means here we are preparing ethyl alcohol from the starchy substances by using fermentation method. So for that it requires enzymes. Which enzymes are required, that we want to find out. First we are taking what? Starchy substances. That starch contain this type of hydrocarbon. Okay, C6H10O5. When 2 moles of such compound react with or undergoing hydrolysis by diastase, it is from the fermented barley. Okay, from that it is obtained. This enzyme can catalyze this reaction where the starch substance is converted into C12H22O11. C12H22O11 compound. So now this C12H22O11 again undergo hydrolysis by using maltase enzyme. This maltase is from yeast. Okay, in presence of maltase, when it participates in hydrolysis, it can give 2 moles of C6H12O6. Glucose or fructose is obtained. Now the C6H12O6 when undergo reaction in presence of another enzyme which is known as zymase. Again it is from yeast. These two from yeast. Okay, the C6H12O6 can be converted into 2 moles of C2H5OH. Ethyl alcohol is obtained by releasing 2 moles of CO2. Okay, that means for the conversion of starch through fermentation process into the ethyl alcohol, it requires 3 types of enzyme. These 3 are diastase, maltase and zymase. Maltase and zymase are from the yeast. Diastase is from the fermented barley. Okay, that the answer is diastase, zymase and maltase. Diastase, maltase and zymase. These 3 are the enzymes. Now see the next bit. Commercially methanol is prepared by. Okay, commercially methanol is prepared by using reduction process of carbon monoxide. When carbon monoxide participates in reduction, I am taking here carbon monoxide. Okay, when carbon monoxide undergo reduction process in presence of copper oxide plus ZnO plus chromium oxide at 573 Kelvin's temperature and 200 atmospheric pressure. At this condition, okay, reduction is taking place to this carbon monoxide, converts to CH3OH. For this reduction, how many hydrogens are required? Totally 4. That means 2H2 or 4 nascent hydrogens are undergoing reaction with carbon monoxide, converts into methanol. So this is the commercial preparation of methanol. It can be done by the reduction of carbon monoxide in presence of zinc oxide and chromium oxide. Okay, next, see the next one. Tertiary butyl alcohol can be prepared by the reaction. We know tertiary alcohols are always prepared by using only ketones. Okay, whenever ketone, for example, they have given acetone. Acetone undergo reaction with Grignard reagent. Here they have given methyl magnesium iodide as a Grignard reagent. In presence of that, acetone undergo addition reaction followed by the hydrolysis. It can give tertiary alcohol. We will see that reaction. First acetone, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. This is called acetone. When acetone react with methyl magnesium iodide, that is CH3 Mg MgI. We know in Grignard reagent always the bond breaks between methyl and magnesium. Magnesium gets positive, methyl group gets negative charge. And in ketone, pi bond moves towards the oxygen. Oxygen will be with negative charge, carbon will be with the positive charge. Okay, that means MgI is added to oxygen, CH3 is added to this positively charged carbon. Then we will get an addition product, that is CH3 bond C bond CH3. Okay, double bond is converted to single bond. To that oxygen MgI is added. Okay, now to this positively charged carbon negatively charged CH3 is obtained, and this is called addition product. Now this addition product is again undergoing acid hydrolysis. Addition of water in presence of acid. That addition of water is taking place between oxygen and MgI. Here OH is added and here hydrogen is added. Then we will get the product. Write down that CH3 C CH3 CH3 OH. Tertiary butyl alcohol plus MgI OH. Okay, tertiary butyl alcohol is obtained. This tertiary butyl alcohol is obtained by the reaction of acetone and methyl magnesium iodide. That is what our question. Tertiary butyl alcohol is obtained by these two reactants. Okay, now see the next one. Which of the following statements is or correct about hydroboration oxidation? Okay, diborane, hydroboration means addition of diborane, oxidation means addition of oxygen. Diborane reacts with alkene to give alkyl boranes first as addition product, which is on oxidation by oxidation to the alcohol by H2O2 in presence of aqueous NaOH. This is exactly the correct statement related to hydroboration and oxidation. Okay, in that reaction that we have seen in last class, one of the preparation of alcohol by using hydroboration, oxidation of alkene. This total reaction will take place in hydroboration oxidation reaction. Okay, now say the next one. Alkenes react with water in presence of acid as a catalyst to form alcohols. Okay, acid, alkene react with water in presence of acid as a catalyst to give alcohol. The reaction takes place in accordance with what? That we want to find out. It is according to Markovnikov rule. Okay, what is Markovnikov rule? The positive part of the reagent is added towards the carbon containing more number of hydrogens. This is what happened here. This H2O is containing H plus and OH minus. This is the positive part of the reagent. So among these two double bonded carbon, which is with more number of hydrogens, this one. To that only again H is added, converted into CH3. That means rich gets richer. Then it is according to Markovnikov rule. Okay, this is about the first 20 bits related to this concept.